We've talked on the YouTube channel about Titanfall and this franchise moving forward, and I wanted to go ahead and take this last segment of the show and talk about the top 5 things that we want in Titanfall 3, which is a game, guys, that there's a lot of rumblings, a lot of talk that this is a title that will be coming out at some point or another. No official confirmation, but I wanted to give our official top 5 things that we want to see in Titanfall 3, and I would love to hear your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. What are the top 5 things that you want to see? So let's get into it. Coming in, guys, at number 1 for me is, at the end of the day, I just want Titanfall 3. I want there to be a Titanfall 3. I want it confirmed. I want it to happen. Not that I don't like the other, couple, Titanfall games that we've gotten. Not that I don't like Apex Legends. Titanfall 3 needs to happen. It needs to coexist and continue this legacy, this franchise for the next, generation, especially going into the next generation of consoles and such. It's really important, I believe, for Titanfall to continue. And, just some backstory here, guys, when we talk about Titanfall as a franchise and some of the problems that have happened, look, I'm a massive fan of what they're doing and what they've done with Titanfall up to this point, but I think there was just a lot of, some really bad decision making on Titanfall's part, with EA and Respawn taking Titanfall and trying to compete and release Titanfall 2, I believe it was, right around the same time as Call of Duty and Battlefield were coming out, which was an absolutely ludicrous decision to do that. Obviously, Titanfall was one that pretty much got 3rd place there. I feel like Titanfall needs to be, released at a different date, and it should have been, from the beginning. The second thing is like one Titanfall is just multiplayer, then the other is obviously has like campaign and such. I just think that Titanfall has been very inconsistent, and that leads me to number 2, which Titanfall 3, I want to see a full package. What do I mean by a full package, guys? I want to see a single player story, even a co-op story, but single player story would be great, and the option to have co-op would be great as well, but also having multiplayer modes as well as just co-op in general, co-op missions and such, other ways that we're able to connect with this franchise. And look, a lot of people may say, why do you need multiplayer when you have Apex? Titanfall has some really interesting game modes and such that I think are really special to the Titanfall universe. I think that needs to continue, which we'll get to here later, why I think that this could be really helpful for the competitive scene of Titanfall as well. But I just think that there needs to be a full package here with Titanfall. Don't just make it multiplayer. Don't just make it a single player story. Put everything together and keep Apex, but have these as an option at the same exact time. At number 3, guys, for me, I want this title to tie into Apex. I want them to use Apex to promote Titanfall 3 so that Titanfall 3 can be bigger and better than ever. And I want Titanfall, of course, to promote Apex. And you're kind of obviously really showing people that these are both in the same universe. Some people don't know that Apex is actually in the Titanfall universe. Obviously, most people should know that at this point, but some people just don't know that. They don't know that Apex is actually in the Titanfall universe or Titanfall vice versa. So I think really cross-promoting both of these within one another. I mean, your marketing tool is Apex, and you're able to market Titanfall 3 in a major way. Titanfall 3 can, of course, promote their Battle Royale mode, that being Apex. So I think that tying it into Apex in a major way is going to help down the road with Titanfall 3. At number 4 for me, guys, when it comes to the story mode, I really want there to be existing characters, existing enemies, existing locations, but I want there to be new locations, new enemies, new characters that you get to kind of, connect with, and new locations that you're able to explore and such. I'd love to see Titanfall take a little bit of a kind of a page out of Gears of War's book where they maybe go into a semi-open world setting, or they, because it's generally speaking, the campaign up to this point has been more of a linear experience, which is fine, but I really want them to kind of even broaden the horizon even more, because there's a lot of people who don't like playing multiplayer. They like to play single-player stories, and so with that, you don't want it just to be a quick 6-hour campaign and then it's over. You would want there to be a lot of things that you can do outside of just the campaign. You're able to go ahead and explore, find new collectibles and things of that nature. And then, guys, at number 5, I think it's really important, I alluded to this earlier, that, I want there to be free-to-play elements. I think that Apex is the free-to-play BR for Titanfall in that universe, but having some free-to-play multiplayer modes could do really well for Titanfall, in my personal opinion. I would love to see them put more emphasis on the esports scene within Titanfall. I think it's really important, guys, to help continue the growth of a scene or of a game. I know Apex, they have a esports scene there, but I think that it's just Battle Royale. I think that, if you have other modes outside of that other people can try and play and such within the Titanfall universe, I think it could really help the esports scene, which is going to help your game overall grow at the end of the day. Having some free-to-play modes, it would get people to at least try some of those modes. Even if they don't all stay, it's going to help continue building that fan base over time. If you want Titanfall to be, comparable to Battlefield and that of Call of Duty, you're going to have to make some changes to how you market, how you, what's all included in the package to really entice people to try it out, to really get people to buy a copy of the game. I just think it's going to be really important, guys. But I want Titanfall 3, man. It needs to coexist as a first-person shooter. It could be something really special. I want to hear from all of you. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below about Titanfall 3 and what you guys want to see. And for more Titanfall 3 content and videos, stay here with Zero TV.